All right, we're rolling.
Okay.
And
So today,
From the Fernando and Freddy Show.
Why isn't my name first?
hey guys,
Action.
and welcome to another episode of Reddit on Reddit. I'm Fernando.
and I'm Freddy.
All right, so I kind of got on a chain of these AITAs, Am I the A-hole posts, and sure enough, it's another one. So this one, Am I the A-hole for kicking out my brother, who our parents had previously disowned because he told my now ex-fiance that I had cheated 9 years ago?
Ooh.
All right, here we go. That's the title. Now here is the background.
Give us
All
the
right.
story.
For reference, my brother Connor is 19. I'm 26, and my now ex-fiance Hunter is 28. Also, for reference, already mentioned in the title, my brother was kicked out when he was 16 because our parents snooped through his phone and found out that he was gay. Connor had a birthday last weekend, so he invited his friends over, and they were all drinking and playing games. His friends were about 18 to 22 years old. Hunter and I were about to head out to let them have the place to themselves when Connor asked if we wanted to join them. I initially refused, bit too old to be playing drinking games. Girl, you're 26. You're not too old. I'm sorry. But he insisted, and Hunter thought,
Wait.
What?
Did you say that part, or is that part?
That's my commentary. You're 26 years old. You are not too old to be playing drinking games.
No, you said girl.
Yes. She's 26 years old. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I totally for someone who was thinking this was a man. Okay, sorry.
No. All right. But he insisted, and Hunter thought it would be fun to act like college students again. So the girl raised her brother, like the 16-year-old brother, moved in with her, right? And her fiance is
Okay.
Hunter. All right.
Okay.
We
now
don't
I'm
know
back
her
on
name.
track.
All
Yeah.
right. So we all got pretty drunk, and Connor had the idea of playing Never Have I Ever. A few rounds in, the statement, Never have I ever cheated before, came up. Okay, now it's a good time to mention that Hunter is staunchly against cheating. His ex fiancee cheated on him and it emotionally wrecked him. And unfortunately, as a lot of dumb, immature 17-year-olds do, I've cheated on my boyfriend of 5 months. It was a stupid mistake. He found out and understandably ended things. This was almost a decade ago. I obviously learned my lesson and look back at the time with shame and obviously never cheated since. Well, my brother knows this about me. So when I didn't drink, he went, Hey, sis, what the heck? You know you cheated on insert X's name. You have to drink to that. Okay. My boyfriend paused, looked at me, looked at him, and just walked out of the room. I followed him and tried to talk to him and, tell him it was a stupid teenage mistake, but he wasn't having any of it and ended things on the spot. I'm numb. I'm heartbroken. He was my everything. And more, and I still don't know how I'm going to move on. Connor tried to apologize, but I feel nothing but sadness and emptiness. This morning, I served him with an eviction notice. He begged me to stay and said he didn't mean to ruin my relationship, and he just didn't think when he said those words. I just can't look at him right now. He ruined my life. After I raised him and cared for him as my own, I feel so hurt. Am I being unreasonable?
Wow. Well, the it's just trash all around from the top to
Right.
the bottom, starting with the parents to the kids to their relationships. So obviously the parents, screwed up the whole family because they obviously don't have, reasonable relationships even outside of their family. And to kick your own family out and then to kick out your family a second time is kind of like, wow. I mean that poor
Yeah.
guy. And then
But what
yeah,
really gets to
no.
me is she just seems very vengeful and mean. Like, why does she have to start out by saying, for am I the a-hole for kicking out my brother, who my parents previously disowned? Like, why do you have to add that part in? So you can just tell us, oh yeah, my parents kicked him out too. I mean, it'd be
Yeah,
one thing
just
if he
to
was
gain
doing
sympathy.
something maybe he was like a party animal or he was just being a jerk, but for his
But even
sexuality,
then,
I
you
think
never
that's the
should
part
kick
that
out
should have
your
been
own
left out.
child for any reason, though.
Right. So, what do you think? Do you think that she's being unreasonable?
She's trash. The whole
Yeah, I
family's
agree.
trash. It's sad. I mean, yeah, he made that well, he obviously didn't know the history between her and her insecure ex who, she sounds like the type well, I don't wanna say that, but I was gonna say she sounds like the type that would, you know, anything that her partner is doing is the fault of the other person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he can do no wrong. Whatever he did, if he cheats on with her with someone else, then it was that other woman's fault. It's one of those people who places the blame on everyone else but the person they love, which is always you know a great sign of someone to avoid. Uh,
Yeah. And but the thing is, like, one, they were drinking, two, they were drunk,
yeah,
and he didn't mean to cause harm. He like didn't do this like intentionally. There was no like, ill intent to it. Like, he was just stating a true fact. I mean, he wasn't lying. He wasn't trying to break them up. He, drunkenly said a true fact. And the thing is, like, this guy just like from something that happened a decade ago. So 10 years ago, like one time when she was 17 years old, like, I don't know. I think she saved herself. Like she got out easy on that. If she's gonna marry this guy, what if it would have come out, a few years down the line once they got married? Or, what
it,
if there was something else that,
no,
set him off?
she's still trash. Whether it's him or her, they're both trash because she
Yeah.
kicked out her only. Well, I don't know if that's her only family if she's still in contact with her parents, but she kicked her brother out for something her now ex did. Like that, just no. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and then she places the blame all on him for. So basically, he was being honest, and for him being honest, now he's punished.
Right.
Because that's essentially what he's doing. So he did the right thing by being honest because he's playing a game. He innocently said that. He didn't know the reaction of her, insecure ex. So just no. It's
But I
just
mean, I
wow.
get where she's coming from at the same, like her point being like, why does the brother need to say that? But at the same time, he wasn't
Because
doing it on purpose. And I'm
because you're
I'm
playing
thinking
a
that it
drinking
just
game
kind
though.
of,
It's
yeah,
it's
but at
like
the
an
same
innocent
time,
game.
like,
You don't expect there to be like really like harsh repercussions like that.
but you don't want to be called out in front of somebody. Like if you and I were playing this game, you wouldn't want me to call you on something like that. Like if you don't drink, you don't drink, and you don't need to,
But you
say
already
something
know if
like
it
that
was
in
you
front.
who did it, I would call you out though. I would
But
be
that's
that brother.
something
I'd be like,
that's
I
but
would call you out.
that's but if you do it intentionally, like right now, you're saying that you would do that, then you would be, yeah, you would get the door. Like if you're doing something like that on purpose. But
No, no,
I think,
but you don't know the reaction though. You don't know the
what do you
reaction of
mean?
the partner. So like if you didn't drink and I know you're supposed to drink, I'm gonna call you out and go, Fernando, you're supposed to drink.
But if it's something that's touchy like that, why would you do that? Why would
But
you
why would that but
intentionally?
but that wouldn't be like touchy though. It'd be if you cheated on your
I would,
current partner,
but I
then that
would
I can
think.
understand that. Like that I wouldn't do. But if it was like something that happened when you were 17,
But that's also like a character point on her, like saying you did that when you were. It doesn't matter how old you were, you still had did it. And being 17, I mean, she
no,
was she was an adult at that point. She was almost 18. Like
no. But even then,
she's
you're still
she's
I
26 years old right now, and she's saying that she can't play a drinking game because she's too mature for that.
yeah.
So,
But I'm thinking though, you're still growing up at 17. You're still making lots of mistakes. 18 is not the magical number where all mistakes go out the window. We know
of course
plenty
not.
of 18-year-olds who make plenty of mistakes.
Yeah.
But so I like to play an innocent game that you're supposed to be having fun. Like it shouldn't have been made something into something so serious. Like I said. So if it was like Fernando, have you ever stolen something to eat? And you're like, no, never. And I'm like
But
Fernando,
that's a
you
little
stole my
different.
chicken wings. No, but I'm just saying, just like a
That's
hypothetical.
actually that's completely different. Like that's food compared to, cheating on her boyfriend. So I think
17
it's
years old.
that's
You're not going to marry
regardless.
someone at 17, though. I mean,
For,
like
you
that's
never know. In the older days, it happened all the time. I think
and they were
my
miserable
grandparents got,
marriages.
no, not
Miserable
true at all.
marriages.
My grandmother got married when she was, I think, 16 years old to my grandpa, and they were happily married for many, many years
Oh,
until
well,
he
they're
died.
lucky.
So no,
She's
that's
very
that's how the
lucky.
olden days were. Like in the olden days, people got married young. Like,
Yeah.
and they were happy. You can still find, I'm sure, like, old couples. Like you walk down the street and you see a 80-year-old and a 90-year-old. together, they probably have been together for 60, 70 years. Like, like in the olden
Yeah.
days, that's just kind of how things went. But
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
don't
know. I
know
don't,
if it necessarily means that everything was so perfect back then either. I mean, there are a lot of bad things that used to happen before that I would hate to happen nowadays.
yeah. But getting back to my point though, is that on that topic, like sometimes there's some things that just need to be left unsaid. And if, she didn't drink to it, well, clearly she didn't do it for a reason, you know? And if the brother would have done it maliciously or on purpose, or, because he knew that, oh, why aren't you drinking? Like, saying that, then that's one thing. But my thing is that he didn't do it on purpose. Everybody was drinking. It was just a slip. It came out
But he did
accidentally.
do it on purpose because he said it. But I mean, he didn't think that it was going to be such a
He
a
didn't
harsh
say
reaction.
the content to cause harm. He said it just like, yeah, hey, what are you doing? But maybe not thinking that, her fiance is sitting right there and, it was a touchy
Yeah, but
subject for
I
him.
don't understand. But how would he know that? Like, how would I know what's going on in someone else's relationship?
Well, I'm sure that, they lived together. I'm sure that,
Yeah, but
the
still,
brother
just
was
because you live
aware a
together,
little bit.
you don't know what's going on in their personal relationship, though.
Yeah. But I'm sure that something like that would be, probably everybody would know that he doesn't, like that. And this
I
guy
guess
probably has to be touchy because
I don't
if he got
I
up
don't
and I
yeah, well,
wish I
yeah,
would
he
say how
probably
long
already
they
knew
were
that.
together for.
But I don't know, it just seems weird to me because I try to use the example if it was you and me hanging out and we were playing this game and how would I react, but I wouldn't like, even if I was like, "Fernando," if it was this, let's say it was the same exact situation, and I was like, "Fernando, you have to drink because you cheated on someone." I wouldn't expect whoever you're with to be like, "Oh, this is finished. We're not getting married." You
Right.
know what I mean? Like,
But at the same
I wouldn't
time, like
expect
that's
that.
obviously going to cause drama and
But
some
why?
sort
If it was the
of,
reverse if it was me, why would it cause drama? I would hope that I was honest about everything, and even if I wasn't honest about it, it shouldn't be a deal breaker. It should be something like,
well, I'm not saying it's a deal breaker,
yeah,
but I'm saying that it's going
I
to
mean,
cause
seem
some
that way.
sort of, a
That's
discussion or something with the person that you're there
yeah.
with.
I don't know. I don't think, like, something that you did when you were in high school, should affect the whole rest of your life. We make many
Yeah.
stupid decisions throughout life, and to have one little thing at 17 years old be something that ruins your life, like, that just doesn't seem right to me. I mean, people
Yeah.
can make mistakes. People can change. People can learn to be different. I mean, granted, there are some people who will pretend that they don't make any mistakes and, and that no, that's not possible. But I mean, we all make mistakes. Some are worse than others, but at 17,
Yeah, I just wish there was a little more information, and I was kind of scrolling through here, and I didn't really see anything. Um, like one, I want to know how long were they together for? How long were they engaged for? And clearly they lived together, but looks like we
yeah,
just need a tiny bit more information in there. Who
yeah,
knows? Maybe they were just dating for 6 months, and they're like, "Yeah, let's get married." But who
yeah.
knows?
But it
Who
sounds like
knows?
he's not a good guy either. I mean, like I said, the whole situation seems like trash. The only one who I think is innocent is the brother who got kicked out of his house now and is homeless.
Yeah.
Now,
So,
yeah.
but we don't even know where this is either. We don't know what state it is. We don't know. I wish there was a date or something,
Oh, no,
but
it's
there's
okay
nothing.
because this could apply to anyone, anywhere, anytime. I
Yeah,
mean, things have been happening since the beginning of time, so it's not like it's not going to happen again in the future for someone else.
it's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So
I just
what's your
wish there
final
was some
decision?
more. Oh yeah, she's totally being the a hole there.
Yeah. I think her and
Yeah,
her fiance are being the a-hole.
but I think that this saved her. I think that the brother making that comment and realizing who the fiance really
Yeah,
was and what kind of person he is, willing to give up and just walk
yeah.
out like that.
When she meets the right person, she'll realize that her brother saved her from making a mistake because hindsight truly is 2020. You should never ever have to chase after someone because when it works, it truly just works. And that
So
doesn't
then
mean it's
she's gonna
perfect.
go. She's gonna go on the street and she's gonna go look through all the homeless population trying to find her brother, whatever
No,
his
I
name.
imagine he
Connor, Connor.
no, I imagine he had some good friends who hooked him up and gave him a place to stay. And well, let's hope like this. I know. Imagine if he really did end up like on the street, in a shelter. Like, wow, that
But
sucks.
tell us what you think, guys, in the comments. Let us know who was the a hole here.
Yeah. Well, it's a heavy one.
Very
Don't
heavy
forget
one.
to like, comment, click the notification bell, and subscribe, and share if you feel like it's something you'd want to share.
Yeah, and thumbs up or thumbs down or
Yeah, who do you agree with more? This one or me?
From the Fernando and Freddy Show.
Why isn't my name first?